Hey, everybody, it's Jamie from Lemon Rebellion. I'm here today talking to Bree Salsman. I'm very excited to see you, Bree.
Hey Jamie, I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to
Awesome.
chat about all things Lemon Rebellion.
I'm excited for everyone to get to know a little bit more about who you are and what you do. So, for those of you that don't know you yet, let me give them a little bit of a detailed description. So Bree Salzman is an ICF professional certified coach who works with high achieving women who are asking what's next. She's also the author of the Examine Life Workbook, which includes over 70 tools, strategies, and exercises to help you step more fully into your true self. And she runs a coaching practice called Life Lived by Design. So Bree, tell us more about who you are, what you do, and what brought you to this work that you do as well.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jamie. So my background is in education. And I had been checking all the boxes, doing all the things that, I was supposed to be doing, in terms of, go to college, grad school, get the job, move up in my field, buy the home, move to the city you love, like all the things, just check, check, check. And along the way, I just felt like I like I'm doing these things, but one, where is it actually getting me? It still felt very vague to me. And two, is it really what I want? And so I started kind of questioning these things. And at the same time, life kind of smacked me in the face. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And in a nutshell, on a Monday, I woke up with a migraine, and by Friday, I was in surgery to have the brain tumor removed. So it happened very, very quickly. And with a lot of people with medical diagnoses or health emergencies like that, not always, but there tends to be this period of time ahead where you have opportunities to get second opinions or you discuss a treatment plan. And for me, that surgery needed to happen right away. And so that growth and kind of settling with what happened came after the fact.
Mm.
And it launched me into this period of post-traumatic growth, which is very different than post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
And things just exploded for me from there. I like my vision of the future just was abundantly crisp. I was like, screw education. There's something else out there for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. My relationships, I was like, cut, cut, cut. You're awesome.
Wow.
Let's invest in you. Let's invest in you. Let's make this better. Just every aspect of my life just exploded. And in that process, and part of that journey was, okay, so what career do I do now? And
Yeah.
so I hired a career coach to kind of help me through that. And by the third or fourth session, I was like, the things you're doing with me, that's what I did for students years and years. And
Yeah.
so that kind of planted the seed, and I started looking into this coaching thing. And um that the rest is history. So
Wow.
now I am, as you mentioned, a professional certified coach with the ICF and have my own practice where I help women experience this level of transformation without that life altering experience or event or things like that. And it could be just overcoming adversity in general. So it doesn't have to be a major thing, but
Wow.
life is awesome. And I want people to experience all life has to offer without this jarring moment.
Yeah. Oh, Bree, thank you for sharing that story. And that must have been so hard to have the diagnosis. Everything happened so fast. And the fact that that launched you into this period of growth is really, really incredible. Of course, no one wants to go through something traumatic, like you said, and it's wonderful that what you're doing is helping people. If you can tell, there was a cat who insists on being very present in this video. Anyway,
Hey,
forgive
quiet. Join us.
forgive us. It's okay. But it's wonderful that you're finding ways to bring those same lessons and insights and tools to women to shake up their life and help them get that perspective and back in touch with their joy for living without having to have that, really traumatic or difficult trigger, whatever it may be, to shake them up. What do you think are the most important things, for a woman that is questioning, is this all there is to life? I want to be more, be happier. What are some of the things or the insights that you would have for them?
Yeah, I think one of the most common things that I see with my clients is they want more, they want to be more, they want to have more. And it the clients that I work with, it tends to come from a place of, because what I have now, I'm not happy with. It's not actually checking my boxes. It might be checking the boxes, but they're not my boxes.
Mhm.
I'm not feeling fulfilled. And so they keep looking forward, forward, forward for what else is out there. And part of the process that we have to do is like, whoa, 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 like first things first, let's look at where you are now. And
Mhm.
that's sometimes the hardest part, because it's like, but wait, this is what I don't like. This is why I want something more. But it's really like, if you are using a GPS to go to a destination, like you enter in the address that you want to go to, but that's always the second line. That first line is, where are you now? And you have to have both of those points to get the directions in between and to get the route in between. And so often I see women who are in this place of, I want more, what's next? And they have this yearning for that, but they haven't first done the work of like, well, let's assess where things are right now so that we can figure out what this connection is and how to get there. Because that's what ends up happening is like, then they figure out what they want, but then it's like, but how do I do it? How do I do it? And so they kind of are working backwards, where if we put them in an opposite order, it ends up being transformational at an exponential level.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Something that stuck out to me about what you shared about your own experience was, it seems like what happened with this diagnosis and then the treatment and then the coming through it on the other side, you said, I was crystal clear, or you said something like that, crystal clear. How many of us wish so badly that we could be crystal clear, so clear that, like you said, you're, changing relationships, you're changing how you want to spend your day, your time, what you want to dedicate your work and your life to. I assume there are other things that probably change as well. How do you help create as well that clarity with people that you work with?
Yeah. Well, funny enough, Jamie, this is actually what I'm going to bring to Lemon Rebellion, is this idea of envisioning your future and gaining that clarity. And I think a lot of times we think about, I mean, this question comes up in interviews all the time. Where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to accomplish in 5 years? And we think about it a lot in terms of our career, and a lot in terms of what we want to do, but we don't often think about who it is that we want to be. And so that's really where that clarity comes from, because when you can be introduced to this future version of yourself and have a conversation with that future version of yourself, then you learn their character traits, you learn their strengths, you learn the qualities, you learn what it took for them to get to where they are. And then when you are needing advice or you hit a roadblock, it's like, hey, future self, what would you do? Like, how did you get over this? Like, you've
Cool.
already been there, you've
Yeah,
done that. And so that's a lot where that the starting point for where that clarity comes in, because I think a lot of times we are looking external for answers, but really it's within us. We just have to tap into them.
that's awesome. So in some ways, this envisioning, if I hear you correctly, it's creating the vision of your future self, who you need to be to live that future that you want. And then through empathy and imagination, connecting with that kind of vision of yourself. Have I understood it?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And the reason why I love connecting it to who you want to be rather than what you want to do is that it opens up so much more possibilities. Because when you think about like, oh, what are the character traits that you embody, or your strengths or your values, or all these things of your future self, you start to see that there's actually multiple paths to get there. And so you don't feel
Yeah,
so pigeonholed into this one path that maybe you've already been on, or that you see but you're not very excited about. You start to see way more possibilities.
that's awesome. Oh, I'm super excited about you and your work and what you're going to guide us through at Lemon Rebellion. I think that sounds really incredible. Do you have any last kind of last nugget of insight or wisdom or invitation to anyone who may be listening today and curious about learning more from you?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I just like, even if you are just have an inkling that maybe you might want to show up for Lemon Rebellion, I'm telling you without a shadow of a doubt, you need to click and get in on this,
Yes.
because it is amazing. Like, Jamie has put together an incredible lineup, and you are going to walk away. I mean, this week is like jam packed, and there's I mean, I'm like, I don't even have words right now. That's how awesome it is. So
Aw.
wipe away that self-doubt, kick out that inner critic, and jump in, because you definitely will not regret it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Bree, so much. And yeah, we really do have an incredible lineup. I mean, there are over 30 different female life coaches, wellness practitioners. We have poets and singers and all sorts of incredible, empowered women coming to share their best messages and insights and methods to help to help us make the most of adversity and really create opportunity from it. You know what? This cat, I'm going to name her Adversity because
Yes, that persistence.
she is an example of persistence, and all she wants is warmth and love, which I think probably many of us can relate to as well. Bree, thank you again. And for anyone who's listening, come and hear Bree Salsman guide us through this journey of envisioning our future best selves at Lemon Rebellion. It's September 19th through the 25th, a really unique online experience, and you're not going to want to miss it. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bree, and we'll see you at Lemon Rebellion.
Thanks, Jamie.